At one another short of breath, walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing seldom laboratories, facing a dying nation of moving papers and seas, lifting up neutral life with supreme visions of lovely church. Our face-offs on a spider web, the starlight is within you and
The queue that just went up was for about half a dozen and even more doves that were just released from the stage. Must be a dozen of them now, and they're flying out over the crowd. Most of them are staying over the crowd and flying in circles. And everyone in the crowd, I would say there's about 100,000 people still here, maybe a little less than that, waving peace signs toward the stage and to the doves who are still circling overhead. I don't think anyone had particularly expected it. It was a cry of surprise and of delight coming from the crowd. One of the doves just went down into the crowd and settled on the head of a newspaper reporter just down at the base of the stage. Another one just flew over in this direction, but then flew out toward the tidal basin. And I think the last of the doves that noticed, one or two are still circling over the crowd. Most of them have flown away now. Very pretty, pure white birds. And one has just flown down into the crowd again. He's landed on someone else's head, and two people seem to have made a dive for him. And another is circling very low, just a few feet above the crowd. One just came in over us. We got a little dive bomber coming in at us. He's skirting the press bench just in front of the stage. The peace signs are still up. The traditional B for victory, B for peace. And the entire crowd is singing along with the cast of hair in what I suspect is the finale to this rally. dove that they released a little while ago doesn't seem to want to leave. He's just making a tremendous circle around the periphery of the crowd and is still with us. He's flown behind me now, but he just keeps coming back and back and back. The entire crowd is jumping up and down, waving. I think every flag that we've seen today is waving now above the crowd. It's actually jumping up and down in rhythm to the song. And the V for victory, the V for peace are still waving. It's dusk here at the Washington Monument now. It's getting darker, and the haze from the fires that were built around here makes it even a little dimmer yet down here. It looks as though this is going to be a very lengthy and a very moving finale to this long rally. The dove has just flown over again and is about 3 feet above the crowd, and he's just flown down into the crowd and has landed, I guess, on someone's head again. I can't see him anymore. So he's taken off again and is flying over toward the Washington Monument. The large flag that I was describing to you before, the American flag with the peace symbol in place of the stars, is now on the stage and waving over the press area as the singing continues. Over on the far end of the stage, from where we're sitting, is a blue flag with a large white dove. The only true signs opposing the protest that I have seen today are directly in front of the stage and very close to the press area. One simply reads, "I support our president," and the other reads, "I want to end this war, tell it to Hanoi." They were both held by young people who often rode on other people's shoulders and waved the signs in all directions. Apparently there was very little reaction to it. I don't know whether two people saw it or whether it was just generally ignored. Those signs are down now. I haven't seen them for 10 or 15 minutes. There are quite a number of red flags of revolution and the black flags of anarchy flying now. And I even see a North Korean flag across the way. The crowd is as excited as it has been the entire day. They're all singing along. And it's still getting very, very cold here. It's getting colder and colder. But as I mentioned before, the exodus has stopped. I don't think more than 200 or 300 people have left in the last half hour or 45 minutes. I guess the ones that are here now are going to stick it out to the end. Just out beyond me is a peace sign which has been converted into an American flag. One of the four sections of the circle, which are defined by the lines of the sign, is the union with the stars, and the rest is filled with 13 red and white stripes. And say there's a number of those variations. I see a large white flag with a blue map of Cuba and a peace symbol embossed over it, but I'm not able to read what the sign says. There's some large wording over it now. Looks like the press tent has nearly emptied too for the first time since the program began, and the area beneath the stage is now overflowing as the media comes out to watch this finale. Let the sun shine in, the sun shine on it. Let the sun shine, let the sun shine in, the sun shine on it. Oh, let the sun shine, let the sun shine in, the sun shine on it. Let the sun shine, let the sun shine in, the sun shine on it, let the sun shine, let the sun shine in, the sun shine on it, let the sun shine, oh, let the sun shine in, the sun the cast of Hair with a cast of thousands, singing Let the Sun Shine, waving the peace sign all the time. William Sloane Coffin is about to speak, and I believe this is the end of the rally. The traditional Peace Now chant has been taken up, and this, I imagine, ends it.
Peace now! Peace now! Peace now!